It's that time of year again.
Christmas only comes once a year.
Yes, we finally gotten there, Mr. Dude from Jump Cut since I don't know when. You can finally sing your song.
Oh, Christmas is a special time of year. A very super extra special time of year. With Jesus, Santa, and his reindeer.
Yes, Jesus, Santa, and his reindeer, yeah. They'll come all at once.
But Christmas only comes once a year, and that's what makes it special. And I want to make it clear that Christmas only comes once a year.
Dude, you're repeating yourself.
Thank God that Christmas only comes once a year.
Well, at least the ending was fine. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry if I disappoint anybody, but I am just not that big of a fan of Christmas.
What? No.
It's like everybody is trying to shove down your throat that you have to be happy and jolly and loving and giving when you could just be trying to do that all year long, maybe. Just like as a suggestion.
You just got to put an in it. Isn't that what Santa does?
And then there's all these religious people who are offended by something. And I'm always just sitting there going, what the fuck? And then there's these 2 to 3 fucking days where you have to spend with your family that is going to, like, be questioning your life choices and arguing with you all the time anyway. So why bother? But it's Christmas, so you gotta do it. So, no. I am not that big of a fan of Christmas. But that is why we are still doing a lovely Christmas special. Because since Christmas is a time, I particularly feel a general offendedness to. I am generally offended by Christmas. We are going to take a look at 1, 2, 3 Christmas films every year now that have offended somebody in some kind of way. And I don't think there is a better movie we can start off with than this one.
Punish!
Welcome to the Movie Void, where we review whatever the fuck we want to review. And this is our Christmas special, and today we will be doing none other than Silent Night, Deadly Night. Silent Night, Deadly Night was released in 1984 and created some of the biggest controversy a film ever did to that day, which is pretty unusual because Silent Night, Deadly Night was not the first film to feature an evil killer Santa Claus. In 1980, Evil Christmas also had a killer Santa, and in 1972, the Tales from the Crypt Christmas film also had an evil Santa. But since a trailer for the film played during a Super Bowl commercial, I think more worried parents got to see it and were pretty much disgusted at the idea that a children's figure could create such gruesome things. People went insane. This film was actually planned for a limited release first, and then, if it would have done well, for a wider release. And the film did amazing. At the time, it actually outgrossed Nightmare on Elm Street, which came out on the same weekend. And that actually made the controversy get even bigger. Parents were getting more and more upset. They even made a coalition to put the film out of the movies called Citizens Against Movie Madness.
We're not out to do this to be famous or anything. We're out to get the movie taken out of the theater.
And sadly, since TriStar was putting out the film, and at the time, TriStar was partially owned by Coca-Cola, the parents got their way, and the film was actually pulled from the theaters. There is a long, more insightful view of the censorship behind this film from Good and Bad Flicks. I put a link in the description, so guys might want to check it out. This film pissed people off so much that Siskel and Ebert, who are actually film critics I highly respect, decided to join the Angry Parents bus and made this statement during their show.
But there's no question in my mind that the showing of Santa with an axe on free TV and commercials is sick and sleazy and mean-spirited. So let's repeat the names of the people who did it. TriStar Pictures, co-owned by Columbia Pictures, CBS, and Home Box Office. Shame on you. So let me repeat the names of the writer and director and producers of this film. Michael Hickey wrote the film, Charles E. Sellier Jr. directed it, and Ira Richard Barmack produced it. You people have nothing to be proud of, even if you made a few bucks off of all the negative publicity. Your profits truly are blood money.
Which I personally think is a little shitty on their behalf. Silent Night, Deadly Night is very different from your regular slashers. Silent Night, Deadly Night may have a reputation as this badass B-movie that is unintentionally funny, but looking at it with the movies that were released at the time, let's say Nightmare on Elm Street, or Friday the 13th, or even the Halloween films, this was a film that was on par with those movies in quality, or maybe perhaps even better. I think the fact that the film spawned a lot of silly little sequels, like this one.
Garbage Day! Huh? No!
Afterwards is why it got its bad reputation, and surrounding that censorship issue. But this is actually an 80s classic. The director, Charles E. Sellier, wasn't really accustomed to doing horror films at all when he was hired to do this. He was actually more or less a writer of religious films. So he approached this in a different way than your regular slasher director would do. And this is why we get this very interesting storyline. This film looks at all of these events through the eyes of the killer. And whereas usually slasher films would just like start with the victims and you'd explore the life of the people who are going to get killed and feel sorry for them, this one actually takes a look at how our killer Santa became a killer Santa. And the victims, they're more or less, just the kids to kill. Let's take a look at this, shall we? 'Twas the night before Christmas, a family driving away to a song about how Christmas makes life turn gay.
Life is very gay when people catch the Christmas fever.
A family traveled by car, not by train, to Grand Patent Institute for the insane. Now you might say that this is absurd, but for years he hadn't spoken a word.
Dad?
Though for some strange reason, that fateful night, he spoke to Billy and filled him with fright.
Santa Claus only brings presents to them that's been good all year. To the ones that ain't done nothing naughty. All the other ones. All the naughty ones. He punishes. You see Santa Claus tonight, you better run, boy. You better run for your life.
A moment so ghoulish that it makes you scream. Tarantino and Rodriguez reenacted the scene. Meanwhile in the store at the end of the day, a robber turned Santa was getting away.
You. $31.
The family now are on their way back, unaware that Santa is about to attack. He shoots Daddy down and exposes Mom's tits. The children escape, but their mom's slashed into bits. While Santa still wonders where Billy went, we learn to an orphanage he was sent. As a poor orphan, life there isn't fun. He's constantly punished by a strict Catholic nun. As Mother Superior punished away, his hatred for Christmas grew stronger each day. The boy was so traumatized, without a doubt, that he ended up punching Santa Claus out. Dear Voiders and friends, it's so much fun. Let's give the scene another run. And another. And another. And another. 20 years later, not a kid anymore. He's working at a department store. He does a good job, and this we see in a montage as 80s can be.
I'm looking for the warm side of the door, where the fire's bright and it's burning every night.
He makes a few friends and lives the clean life.
Who's there on the warm side of the door?
But Christmas cuts into his brain like a knife. The shop owners didn't realize their mistake when they let him play Santa for the children's sake. He starts acting weird when kids sit on his lap, but nobody seems to give much of a crap.
Stop it. Or I'll have to punish you.
He sure knows how to handle kids. He's great, isn't he?
When holiday shopping ends, while closing up the place, Billy's boss calls.
It's over! Time to get shit-faced!
This wouldn't be the movie Void, and I'd be someone else if I didn't take this chance to get shit-faced myself.
Look, I am making spirits bright. Whoo!
While Billy's boss and his friend sing a tune,
Were you good for Mom and Dad? Santa knows if you've been bad.
a rape is committed in the back of the room. So Billy hangs this dude like no one would. Then kills the girl cause
Punishment is necessary, Pamela. It is good.
So he kills his boss and his co-worker too. Hell, if you had been there, he would have killed you.
It was the night before Christmas. And all through the house, not a creature was stirring. Not even a mouse.
A couple's having sex while Billy's on the run, and a little girl's waiting for Santa to come.
I want to stay up and see Santa Claus.
So Billy kills the woman in Texas Chainsaw style.
Punished! Punished! Punished!
Sends the guy out the window, soaring through the sky.
Punished!
You might think the little girl should be scared for her life, but he gives her a gift. in form of a knife. He keeps on killing. In this bloody flick, we get to see even more of horror slapstick. And as the movie's finale sets in, he wonders where Mother Superior's been. The cops, now aware of what Billy has done, protect the orphanage from harm yet to come. Suddenly Santa appears to spread cheer. The adults at the orphanage tremble with fear. After firing without hesitation or pause, the cops learn they shot the wrong Santa Claus. Now the nuns, cops, and traumatized kids sing in fear while awaiting Billy and his axe to appear. So Billy does almost get his revenge. But in a rain of bullets, he is put to an end. After a body count of 14 and a long treacherous fight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.
Naughty.
So that is Silent Night, Deadly Night for you. And I think, personally, it is an 80s slasher classic. And should get more recognition than it has gotten. So please check it out. The film is available to be viewed on YouTube. Link is in the description below. What happened to everybody who was involved here? Well, Charles E. Sellier Jr., who directed this, also directed a movie called The Annihilators the year after. Nobody really gave a rat's ass about. And then just went off to producing weird religious stuff and some weird 9/11 shit. Nobody in the cast really did anything special at all anymore. This is pretty much a one-trick pony somehow. Or the people who were involved got so intimidated by all the protests that they didn't want to have anything to do with the genre at all anymore. And that is too bad. Don't let your dreams and plans be destroyed by the conservatives, by the people who don't believe in your work. Because somewhere out there, there is somebody who believes in your work. Just gotta fight.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams.
The franchise went on to produce 4 more parts, all incredibly silly and much trashier than the first one. We will take a look at some time in the future ourselves too. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed our little Christmas special. This is the last Movie Void episode we will be releasing this year. And now you guys gotta face a small mid-season break on my behalf because I gotta write my bachelor. And we will have a new episode sometime between January 12th and the 18th, 19th. Until then, this was the Movie Void. You will see me when you see me. I understand that Christmas is a very tough time one actually has to fight to get through. So what I'm wishing you guys is stay safe, stay healthy. Don't lose your mind when you meet with your families. Be yourself. Don't let anything get to you. Have a safe journey into the new year. I'll see you guys in mid-January.
It's over! Time to get shit-faced!